Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 327 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. Should alcohol beverages be sold online or via mail order? I don't care. I don't think there should be a problem with that at all. You can buy them in corner stores and grocery stores and liquor stores. I don't see why you shouldn't be able to get them online. I know someone who is on a bourbon booze of the month club or something like that. And so, yeah, I get no problem with that. What is the most regrettable event in international history? Most regrettable event? Social conservatism. What is the most compelling news story of the past year? COVID-19 at the time of this recording. If a person supports his or her own kind, is he or she being racist? It all depends. It's in context. For example, if a white person says they're all about white identity, I can almost guarantee you they're a white nationalist racist. If a minority group is trying to maintain their minorities group existence, their integrity, that is not active racism, because they can't be racist in America, for example, because they're a minority group. In America, white people are in charge. It is impossible to be racist against a white person in America. And a minority group trying to maintain its integrity is not a racist act. It's an act of survival. If they wish to identify as that group and they would like to maintain its integrity, they should be allowed to. Some folks want to fully integrate, some don't. And they should be allowed to make that choice for themselves and not have somebody else tell them they should or shouldn't do it. What campaign slogans do you remember? Well, the one that pops into my head the most is the MAGA, Make America Great Again, because America's never been great. And it's a method of looking back to an era when white people had even more power and minority groups had even less, and gay and trans people didn't fucking exist. Who should be overseeing the safety of food products? The FDA? Food Drug Administration? We have one of those? So them? Did this author assume that some of the readers of this would not be in America? And I'm assuming every other country has an organization that does the same thing. All right, whatever. What kind of leader are you most apt to follow? The one that will beat the Republican. And the most progressive amongst them from that category. What news events have fascinated you? My interest in information is vast. I am a news and data junkie. I look at so many sites covering so many topics. I cannot give you a specific answer to that because there isn't one. Everyone has had the question in their lives, what's your favorite color? At this point in time, purple is my favorite color. But my wife's response is always, do I have to pick just one? Well, that's the same answer here for me. So many fascinate me. What issue concerns you the most, and what have you done about it? I'm torn between economic inequality and human rights and civil liberties because they are so intimately linked. I'm going to go with human rights and civil liberties, and I try to make sure that people around me know that bigotry isn't good. It is and should be discouraged. And I talk about it here on my channel all the goddamn time. Alrighty, last question for episode 327. Could a woman be an effective president of the United States of America? Holy shit. Yes. Why would you ask that question of anyone? Because your average person is going to say yes. Unless you're trying to find the people that say no, so you then know to go in the other direction from them. Why would you ask that question? It is from a position of socially conservative values, which are meaningless values, because social conservatism has no values. It is an agenda of bigotry and discrimination and exploitation and hatred, of maintaining the patriarchy and toxic masculinity and every other kind of piece of crap in the universe. So why would you ask a question coming from that particular narrative of anybody? But yes, anyone could be president. A straight person, a gay person, a feminine person, a masculine person. It doesn't matter. Non-binary, pansexual, polysexual, anything you want to. Asexual, agender, doesn't matter. Anyone that meets the criteria for being president, for example, being, was it 34 years old or 36 years old? I can't remember which. And a U.S. citizen, which I think are the only two criteria. I'm not positive. I have to look that up. But I know there's an age minimum, and there is U.S. citizenship, like born as a U.S. citizen. So yes, anybody can be president, and it's deeply offensive that 16 years ago someone would ask that question. That's a question that should have been answered yes 60 years ago. But of course it would have been laughed at then. And now I just find it offensive that you'd even ask. So thank you for being here for episode 327 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I hope you'll be here for 328.